are up 43%. We welcome, as we do every month, Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao to the 9. Mayor, you were there at the meeting this weekend, and you got an earful.
Well, we heard from the community, this is something that we've been hearing, and this is something that we had to deal with not just this year, but this has been an ongoing issue in Oakland. And so being in office for the first 8 months, there are some tangibles that I demanded for. I mean, if I have to tell my son to say, be careful in the streets. I mean, I'm feeling the frustration. I'm upset. And so that is why I called the governor. The governor answered my call. We received 6 CHP officers plus 1 sergeant to help patrol. We are calling upon the governor again for more resources. More so than that, the governor has also given us a grant that I have asked for so that we can get 300 cameras citywide. And this is the same camera system that Piedmont is using, that San Leandro's using. So then we can actually tie the whole network together.
But that's something that's still in the works. We're hearing from people who are saying, I can't let my mom walk outside our own home. We had a woman shot as she was walking around Lake Merritt. We have a youth football team in East Oakland that had to move its practices and games because the children don't feel safe in the park due to gunfire in the area. A lot of Oaklanders say that they have been concerned and vocal about crime for, as you noted, a very long time now. Absolutely. Is there an acknowledgement from you about the state the city is in?
Absolutely. I mean, I think I just acknowledged it. I have been a victim, bipping, I've been a victim of that. My home was broken into while my son was home. He's traumatized to this day. As a mom, I mean, I look at it through that lens.
So do you think you are doing enough? The city is doing enough?
Look, all of this stuff, it didn't happen overnight, right? And so it's not going to be an overnight solution. I wish that there could be an overnight solution, but there isn't. But the things that we are doing in the first 8 months that I've been in office, we have the most officers in uniform and ambassadors than we've ever had in the last 3 years. That's moving towards a solution. We're putting up 300 cameras. No other city administration has ever been able to push forward all the cameras without having political pushback. I have under my administration. And so really taking on these executive decisions and working with the community so that we can push these forward. And those cameras will be up within a month and a half.
A month and a half.
A month and a half.
From today, September 12th.
Absolutely.
We'll check back next time we get to talk. Do you even have more police to put out on the streets?
Well, we are running police academies continuously.
But that can be a year or two before they actually.
That's right. And so right now we funded for 6 police academies. Even our huge deficit, we normally run 4. I'm putting in money for 6 academies, so we're doing an ongoing search for police officers. We're also taking laterals. When I was a council member, I implemented the incentives so that officers who worked in OPD and left for whatever jurisdiction, that they could come back. We're seeing that we received 10 of those laterals, so that's immediate officers on the street.
Let me talk to you about something I saw. It was an interesting visual as I was watching the meeting. You were sitting right next to Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price. I hadn't seen that pairing before. Do you support Pamela Price and her policies?
For me, as mayor of Oakland, I need to work with the district attorney. And so whoever sits in that seat, I will have to work with them. I think that it's incredibly important that we work closely together so that my officers, the good officers of Oakland, can understand what kind of evidence is needed so that we can actually get her to prosecute cases. And so right now, she has said that she will dedicate a DA into the OPD. We received one, but she has already left the department with the district attorney's office, and so we're waiting for a replacement.
So you've made it clear that you will work with her. Do you support her policies?
Well, I haven't seen her policies being implemented quite yet. So
things like reducing sentences for young offenders, eliminating most sentencing enhancements. We've heard from a lot of families who are upset that the people who perpetrated crime against their loved ones aren't being held accountable.
Yeah. No, I believe 100% in accountability. Look, if you make a mistake, and it causes harm, then there has to be justice. Again, my son was harmed. I have been harmed as a domestic violence survivor. And as a victim, and my son seeing him suffer through the trauma, I take that seriously. There must be consequences. Let's be very clear. This is a cost-benefit analysis.
This sounds a little bit like what some Oaklanders have said, that the DA is soft on crime.
Well, for me, I'm going to take it with the data. So my officers will do the arresting, and we are pushing that, and we are keeping track of what is actually being prosecuted and what isn't. Okay. And from that point, we could take the real data and then say whether or not she's actually doing the job that she was elected to do.
Okay, before we leave the issue of public safety briefly, the search for an Oakland police chief, still ongoing?
Still ongoing. The police commission, that is in their court right now under the charter. It states that the mayor is not involved until this police commission actually goes out and does the interview, where they will recommend 3 top officers to me so that I can actually choose.
Where are they in that process? Do you even know if they have the 3? Have they talked to more than 3?
Well, I know that they've already completed the community portion of it. And so right now, I do believe that they're out actually asking people to apply. So I've actually seen the application myself. So if anybody's out there and they would like to be a part of the city of Oakland and be the future chief, please do apply. But that application process is now out, and I have seen it.
Okay, so we're still in the taking applications portion. Do you think we'll have an OPD chief before the end of the year?
I'm really hopeful that we will. And if we don't, and I'll say it right here today, and if we don't, I will declare a state of emergency to get a police chief, because this process has been held up by the police commission for far too long with all the shenanigans, the internal fighting. And mind you, the police commission, it is a body of public citizens. They do not get paid, but all of the different infighting has just not been conducive to what we're doing here and running a city, and it's been very frustrating.
Okay, you said it right now, before the end of the year, if it hasn't happened, state of emergency to get a new OPD chief. Let's move on to the 911 system. I'll tell you, I work here. I've called 911 a number of times for people who appear to be passed out or something else on the sidewalk, people walking down the side of the freeway. I have been on hold for several minutes, and people tell similar and even worse stories. Help is coming, at least in some form, to the 911 system.
Absolutely. Again, the 911 system, that has been an ongoing issue. When I first got elected to mayor and I saw an incident happening, I called 911.
How long were you on hold?
Oh, funny that you said that. I wasn't on hold. I got a busy signal.
Okay. Right.
So even worse.
Right.
So I understand the gravity of where we're at right now, and it is inexcusable at all. And so this is why when the new monies came in, the new revenues that we generated, the $2.5 million, that money is going to the 911 responders for infrastructure, technology upgrade, and not just that, but bodies, more people.
How many people are you hoping to hire?
So right now we have vacancies for 16. We have 16 vacancies. Okay. We implore anybody who is wanting to apply, please apply. These are great paying jobs.
I see that call on Twitter, by the way, all the time. OPD hiring now. Can I ask real quick? Andre and I were kind of poking around online. He saw just 2 listings online for dispatchers, but there were 16 openings.
There are 16 openings. Okay. There are 16 openings and vacancies. And what we would like to do is we want to change why. There is a reason why we are actually hemorrhaging, right? It's a tough position. You hear people's worst days. However, what we're going to do is we're going to have a recurring hiring process and ongoing. More so than that, we're going to bring them in as cohorts. It's kind of like the police academy.
Like a team.
Like a team. Yep. So they can support each other emotionally as well, too, and so that we can retain people. And so that's something that we're doing that's different from all the many, many years that we've, had this situation, this problem. But help is coming, of course. I would love for change to happen overnight, but these are decades worth of problems that my administration is now addressing within the first 8 months that we've been in office.
It's been a busy first 8 months, and I'll mention, we also noted the pay for these Oakland dispatchers starting around $110 or so.
Yes.
Just so people know, we'll put that out there. Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao, I know it's a busy time for you. There's a lot going on in the city. I appreciate your joining us in studio this morning.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank
we'll
you.
see you again next month. Coming up here on